Have you ever noticed that almost everybody is chasing something? More money, more success, more recognition, a better relationship, a different body, another qualification, a bigger house, the next promotion, the next holiday, the next milestone. Almost as if life itself has become a race. And here's the strange part. Very few people ever stop to ask why they're running. Because if you never question the chase, you'll spend your whole life believing it's taking you somewhere. When sometimes it's simply taking you away from yourself. I've spent a lot of my life chasing, not because I was greedy, not because I wanted more than anyone else, but because I genuinely believed that peace was waiting for me, just beyond the next achievement. I thought, when this works out, then I'll relax. When I earn enough, then I'll feel safe. When people finally understand me, then I'll feel seen. When life settles down, then I'll be happy. But every destination quietly became another starting line. Every mountain revealed another mountain behind it. And I began to wonder, was I actually moving towards peace? Or had I simply become addicted to movement? There's something fascinating about the human mind. It rarely tells us you're running away. Instead, it convinces us we're running towards something. There's an important difference. Sometimes we chase because we're inspired, but sometimes we chase because standing still feels uncomfortable. And that's a question worth sitting with. Not what am I chasing, but what becomes visible if I stop. Because stillness has an interesting quality. It reveals the thoughts we've been outrunning, the emotions we've been postponing, the questions we've been too busy to hear. Most of us aren't frightened of silence. We're frightened of what silence might introduce us to. Think about the last time you had absolutely nothing to distract you. No phone, no television, no music, no conversation, just you. How long did it take before your mind started searching for something else to be? Isn't that interesting? We're taught from a young age that movement means progress. Keep working, keep climbing, keep producing, keep proving, keep improving. And there's nothing wrong with growth. Growth is beautiful. Purpose. Oh my God, purpose is beautiful. Building something meaningful is beautiful. But there comes a moment when growth quietly turns into escape. And because the two can look almost identical from the outside, most people never notice when it happens. I've met people with very little who radiate the kind of peace you can't buy. And I've met people who appear to have everything, yet carry an exhaustion that no holiday ever seems to fix. It makes you wonder. Perhaps fulfillment was never hiding inside the next possession. Perhaps it was hiding beneath the noise, waiting patiently for us to become quiet enough to notice it. Here's something I've been learning. The chase itself isn't the problem. Sometimes we should chase. Sometimes we should build. Sometimes we should create. Sometimes we should dream impossibly big. The problem begins when we believe the thing we're chasing is going to complete us, because no achievement can permanently fix an identity that believes it isn't enough. No relationship can permanently quiet a mind that refuses to sit with itself. No amount of money can purchase the peace that only awareness seems able to provide. I think that's why so many victories feel strangely short-lived. For a moment, we feel complete, and then, almost without noticing, the mind quietly whispers, "What's next?" Another target. Another goal. Another chase. Not because we failed, but because we've confused accomplishment with arrival. Maybe that's why this series exists. Not to tell you to stop dreaming, not to tell you ambition is wrong, quite the opposite. Dream boldly. Build courageously. Create something beautiful. Just don't ask those things to tell you who you are, because that's too heavy a burden for any achievement to carry. Perhaps the greatest freedom isn't found in getting everything you've ever wanted. Perhaps it's found in discovering you were never as incomplete as you believed. So today, I don't want to leave you with advice, just a question, one that I've been asking myself for quite some time. If everything stopped, the work, the goals, the striving, the proving, the constant movement, who would you be without the chase? Maybe, just maybe, that's where seeing clearly begins. Next time, we're not going to look at what you're chasing. We're going to look at the person doing the chasing. Because sometimes the most honest reflection you'll ever see is the one you've spent years avoiding.